But you were telling me about this, oh my gosh, Holmes something. Check.
Elizabeth Holmes.
Okay, so Elizabeth Holmes is who you were telling me about,
Yeah.
and
Um, if y'all never heard of her, y'all just search her on YouTube and watch a documentary or two. It's very fascinating. And she was found guilty of fraud. I feel like she should have been found guilty of more, but who she is, there was a lot of hullabaloo about her because at the age of
I'm guilty of
19,
more, but
why do I hear myself?
no, that was me. That was me.
Oh, okay. But at the age of 19, she founded a company called Theranos. And the whole
Mm-hmm.
point of the company was to make it so that instead of having to draw lots of blood to get blood work done, and it's very expensive, you can just prick the
Mm-hmm.
finger, get that little droplet of blood, and do
Mm-hmm.
so many plethora of tests for very cheap, very inexpensive. And what started
Mm-hmm.
happening was the people who worked for the company started calling her out because the engineers would be like, "We haven't even finished the machinery. Why are we in CVS when we don't even
Uh-huh.
have the machines properly working to provide the service?"
Mm.
They had marketing people saying like, "We can't market XYZ thing because it's not ready." And the
Mm-hmm.
results, it was just a disaster. People were actually using the service and getting bad medical results that are not accurate, and it
Um,
was affecting their
uh-huh.
health, and they were getting
Mm-hmm.
sick because they weren't able to
Mm-hmm.
get proper treatment. So anyway,
Mm-hmm.
and the woman is very interesting herself. She started dating this multi-billionaire. He helped fund the
What?
business, and using his money and her, everyone's so excited, the youngest female billionaire, and she's changing the
Mm-hmm.
world. She was getting money
Mm-hmm.
from all these high up people, senators, business people,
Wow.
like people from the US military of defense, like people up there donating millions and billions of dollars into this. They all got scammed. And and it's like, dang, I wish I could drop out of an Ivy League school, find some billionaire to be besties with, and just
I
get
know.
my that's what all of
I
these scammers seem to do. I wish I could,
know.
but maybe it's a good thing, because we're not going to be found guilty of fraud. But she
Mm-hmm.
was found guilty of conspiring against her investors. They were trying to get her to be found guilty of also conspiring against the patients,
Mm-hmm.
but the, they just felt like it wasn't enough evidence to show that she was intentionally trying to hurt patients. But there's
Mm-hmm.
evidence to show that she was intentionally trying to swindle these billions of dollars.
It does
Um,
it does sound like to me that she was just wanting to like this thing to work, wanted it to go out as soon as possible, but didn't care
mhm.
about the repercussions or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know
Hmm.
if she wanted, I mean, I'm just hearing this case from you for the first time, but it just seems to me, I don't know if this person wanted to hurt people intentionally. It just seemed like this person was more like my product
Yeah.
out in stores, and basically just one title, wanting it all without actually thinking about the product itself and how it's affecting human beings. So yeah.
Yeah, she I think she is like that because her whole thing was, I'm the next Steve Jobs. You even see her in this black turtleneck.
Mm-hmm.
That's intentional.
Mm-hmm.
She, that's intentional. She's always dressing like that.
Mm-hmm.
She has like a fake deep voice that I don't know if she thinks
You said
that will
it's a
make
fake.
her
How
sound
do you
like
know it's
Steve
fake?
Jobs,
How
or
do you know
I
it's a fake voice?
because we we know it's fake because there are interviews of her before she made this company, and she had a regular woman voice like us, like you and me.
Oh,
But then
really?
all of us, yes, and all of a sudden she's the founder of Theranos, this medical tech company, and she has to talk like this the whole time, every time. And then like they got like these voice experts to analyze her voice, and they're like, she's training her voice.
Oh, really?
And yeah, and like she always tries to like, we're trying to revolutionize. She just tries to talk big like Steve Jobs. Like Steve Jobs made a computer company, but he's always talking big, and she tries to do the same thing. So I do think it was just me. I'm on Forbes. I'm here. I'm there. I'm changing the world. I'm the
Mhm.
youngest to do this. I think it was all about
Mhm.
her, and I don't think she was thinking about the patients at all. Which
I'll let
that's why she's not found guilty, because she didn't have the patients in mind. So you can't be like you're purposely trying to hurt patients. But I think
Right, I
she's
think it
still
was just about
liable.
her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true. But we have some comments. Willow says, if you start this company and disregard the biomedical engineers, then I doubt she cared about the patients more than the money
Exactly.
power.
Mm-hmm.
And then Dimitri says she definitely just wanted the fame and glory. I don't think she ever meant to harm anyone, but got so caught up in what she wanted she couldn't accept it. Wouldn't work. Facts.
Yeah,
She wasted
she
others'
didn't.
money and time. Willow says she's wearing a Steve Jobs turtleneck in that picture.
Yes.
Dimitri, and like Willow said, she was told something like this was literally impossible. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
so why keep going
Yeah.
to beat the odds and be something, anything now that she's. I think it's also like kind of
Yeah.
this addiction of like, oh, I have to get this right no matter what at any cost.
Yeah,
So,
because they were telling her it's impossible. She's like, "No, let's keep figuring out." And while she was trying to figure it out, she was getting more and more money, and it just kind of like I think she felt like she has to keep up this charade, even though like as it was getting more and more real, it's like more and more evident that this shit doesn't work. It doesn't work. We're
and
scamming
you got to
people.
think though, every single day, well, you have to think with that amount of stress and pressure and all that, like every single day, she has to wake up and try to make her product work.
Mm-hmm.
That's got to be crazy. Like, how could you enjoy life? How can you actually do any of that stuff when
Yeah.
every single day you have to wake up and have to, do something to fix your product. But
Mm-hmm.
anyways, to each their own, I guess, she got what she deserved.